All right, welcome to episode 13 of Way of the Wicked. I cannot believe it's been so long. We had two breaks in our sessions, one of which being a personal emergency and the other being a reminder that Tim has family that love and care for him.
Is that surprising?
I'm surprised that
Exceptionally.
anyone that loves and cares for them anymore. Anyway, we're joined by the usual criminal suspects: Crom, Abner Thistlewick, Ragnar Corgeson, Cranston the Bastard, and Drago the Deplorable. If you're in this many sessions, I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you who these people are. You should know them by reputation. But just in case, that's terrible. Let's start with the commie. You can introduce yourself if you want to remind people who you are.
Yes. Hello, I'm Tim, and I'm playing Ragnar Corgeson, the commie of the group. My goal is to make everything equal, but as long as I'm a little bit more equal than anybody else.
Like every other commie in existence.
Exactly. We are evil, remember.
And let's see if Corinne is awake.
I am.
All right, now let's move on to the next person. He is a necrophiliac, that grave, or as he changed his name on Discord to, Hugh Janus. He is a Hugh Janus.
Yes, I am.
All right, Wes Williven is Cranston Bastard, unless he has a... Do you have a special introduction there, Wes?
Not particularly.
You're not going to do your usual praising of Jeb?
Seeing as how I never do that, no.
It's happened once before. I'm sure we have a soundbite in here that we could receive.
Oh God.
What? Something go wrong?
No, I'm just nothing. Just
okay. And last but not least, Clever Duck, Adjective Duck, many other names of Duck, playing Drago.
If Cranston will not praise Jeb, I certainly will.
Alright.
Praise be in the Discord chat.
Praise be.
Let us all clap for Jeb.
Remember to clap. Alright. Last time we were... Well, a lot of things happened. You guys actually finally stopped having your sea voyage. You've landed ashore. You've delivered your weapons. You've killed Odenkirk, although some of you have developed a friendship with him that's now no longer going to be, well, able to be acted upon. And you have ventured into the township of Aldencross beneath the Balentyne Tower, which you are supposed to blow up. Or, not necessarily blow up, but sabotage in many nefarious ways, yes. Because you have a horde of bugbears that are ready to tear that shit down for you. And
pretty
here in... back to my notes. Where's my notes? Handouts, yeah. You have information from Squire Timian that helps you take down the tower. A bunch of, 6-item list of things to look out for, hints to attack the tower's weaknesses. And you have that clay seal given to you when you complete the task. It is now the morning after you've arrived in Aldencross. You're in the Lord's Dalliance Inn. Much wealthier than you were the evening before, or the morning before. Who wants to lead us off with actions?
Oh, party leader Cranston.
Mm-hmm.
You're the face. You have to do all the talking. So, what's your idea? Besides just burn it all down.
Give me one moment here. I'm right in the middle of reading some of the stuff in Squire Timian's help thing and other things.
From my notes, we are aware that there's a squad that goes out from the tower. We should probably kill. There's an affair going on between two of the guards leaders and the wife. They have a cemetery, an alchemical research center. That's just what I have off the top of my head.
And how much time do we have before this whole thing? Have to get started?
There was a time constraint. Within a month, or else that horde of bugbears will fall apart on its own issues. So you have plenty of time to scout things out. You could, even if you wanted to, just kill off one person at a time within the tower, though. That will probably cause some alarm.
Captain Vonning goes out on patrols about the tower every week for 4 to 5 days. He's joined by a complement of skilled bowmen. Is that the thing you were talking about, Grave?
Yes.
And where are we at the moment?
Yes, you are waking up in your rooms in Lord's Dalliance Inn. It's the morning after you've arrived. You paid for rooms, but that's negligible. Did you all want to share rooms, or are you taking splits? Separate rooms?
We should.
I am sharing my room with whores.
Charge him for the horse. Did he get top dollar or did he get bottom bargain?
Actually,
I think you know what my tastes are.
Anything that has a hole?
How about we
Pretty
do
much,
that the
yeah.
next night?
Radio.
So I'm thinking maybe because we have a Father Donegan, priest of Mitra, on the list, a Magister Tacitus of Mormoon on the list. I was thinking maybe Crom could talk to the Magister and Abner could talk to the priest. Maybe try to get in good with them. What are their importance to the whole situation?
They, like all the other captains, they're pretty much the leaders of the military portion of this area. Like, neither Father Donegan or Tacitus are members of the township. Gather information. Because
I think we should.
You see no nobles' manse around here, or some church that a battle priest goes to, which is what I'm gonna say Donegan is like. And for information, posting into our Discord group, direct messages, the diplomacy section of the skills, so you can know other facets of diplomacy just than directly talking to people. You can do something called gather information.
Yeah, I will go around and gather information as Wes suggests. And you had the Magister, right? As the main focus.
Well, what I was gonna say is maybe we should split up into smaller groups and spread a little money around. You know, go into some stores, chat some people up, small talk, all that good stuff, and keep track of what works and what doesn't. And I say we spend the first day doing that. And I'm gonna spend some time in this here bar, in this inn, and see if I can get some information on some key people via the bartender, and see if that Barnabas guy is around. Maybe I could talk to him for a bit.
I have a suggestion for what I could do. There was a bunch of dwarves that are living in the same inn as us that are helping with something on the tower.
That would
Perhaps
be
I could.
Barnabas. Yeah.
That's Barnabas. No, really. But for dwarf engineer to work on their siege engines. So Barnabas and his. Okay, yeah, that's true. Now I was thinking that maybe I could convince them, enlighten them of the righteous path of communism.
Well,
I was thinking I would drink with the dwarves, see what information I could get from them, because dwarves like to drink.
Yeah. I could probably.
That's a
I could probably
harmful
join you in
racial
that.
stereotype.
So then that's Ragnar and Drago drinking with the dwarves.
actually,
Cranston.
I was gonna say I'm gonna stay in the inn.
Mhm.
Find out some information from the bartender, some people around, and if I find the dwarves, I'll talk to them as well. I was gonna say someone should go scouting to see Captain Vaughning, see maybe where he goes, like at least in what direction he heads out towards. Because Captain Vaughning goes out on patrols. Someone maybe scout with him, like follow him, see what at least in what direction he goes in. So maybe we could figure out a way to find a trap for him. Um, Once a week, Mama Luisa Giuseppe comes to the tower to cook and serve a hearty beef stew to the guards of the tower. Many guards look forward to eating the stew over their rations. Maybe someone can bump into Mama Luisa Giuseppe at the market or at her house or something like that, and could prove to be immensely helpful to her, get on her good side, that type of thing. Um,
Uh,
and
I have only 3 thoughts about this. The most straightforward would be to just go for broke and go talk to Mama Luisa Giuseppe and basically kidnap her / torture / convert and just go for broke and have her just poison everybody in the tower.
so what I was thinking was trying to ingratiate myself with the chemists and whatnot, be helpful to them, and whoever else is, can get in good with Mama, I will provide with copious amounts of really good, quote unquote, high quality food for her to bring to the tower right before we attack and
All right,
poison
that was-
everybody.
That was another thing that happened. Yes, Grave got a job in the game.
Yes.
But anyway, after that, barring that, the 2 easiest things, or I guess you could say thematic things to do, would be to have Cranston, whose sexual preference is yes, essentially in a very public way, disguise himself as Captain Zach Ederly and just fucking go to town on Captain Mott's wife, somewhere where many, many people can see him.
I mean, I can
And start that.
change my appearance.
Yeah, and start that. Use that to start basically a small civil war within the ranks. Maybe if we could get Captain Varning out of the way, so that way he can't mediate it. And the third thing is basically just start a race riot and kill the dwarves because they're filthy subhumans.
Yeah.
Also, I don't see what use the father would be unless he's of a specific sect of Mitra. If he's of the generic, happy-go-lucky, let's love people sect. He's not going to be that much help with anything.
Well, maybe go to the local church or whatever it is in town, find out who he is, find out what he does. If he is important, see if we can get an in on him. Same with Magister Tacitus. Maybe we can get it in on him as well. I don't know. Like, both I and my character don't know the ins and outs of mages in this area, so that's
Well, the
more you
Magister's
guys.
probably going to be somewhat untouchable because because being Mitran, they would essentially be crown sanctioned wizards, kind of
Either
like
way,
sanctioned psychers.
it's something to spend a few hours checking out, so we can get
Yeah.
the information.
So for my day, I'm just gonna go to work and see if there's any information I can glean there, as well as anything useful as far as supplies go. That'll be my whole day.
All right.
So clarification, Wes, you were spending some time in the inn. You were schmoozing it up with the people.
Yep.
Trying to learn things.
Yep.
Let's do a diplomacy roll from you.
Someone else do something.
Absolutely.
Okay, I guess Tim.
Yeah. Sneaking off for the patrol. Would that be a survival check, or what kind of check would that be?
Survival perception. But you don't even know if the patrol is out currently.
Yeah, but I might be able to do that depending on what skills that would require.
Survival perception, and if you want to do it unseen, stealth. But you have that circlet, so you can just look like a woodsman or something.
Could I look like a tree?
No, it's for disguising as
okay.
humanoids.
All right, fine.
And trees, with rare exceptions, are not humanoid.
With a rare exception. All right. Yeah, no, I could. Yeah, I could also do that if people feel like I should do that rather.
Yeah, I could do that since I am a barbarian, so I know the woods.
All right.
Barbarian and ranger go hunting in the woods.
Or barbarian and fire.
I'm not a ranger.
Well, I mean, you can look like one.
True. Yeah.
And you have a bow and you can shoot with it.
That's also true.
Okay, so since Cranston is AFK, does anyone need to do any rolling activities currently? Do any investigations of your own?
So for figuring out what supplies or whatnot the chemists have that would be useful, would that be like an intelligence investigation?
What knowledge rolls do you have?
Knowledge, I have Arcana, History, Planes, Religion, Linguistics, and Alchemy.
Well, none of those are knowledge local.
No. But I'm literally going with working in the shop. What do I see?
Yeah, since you're working there, a simple perception check would do.
All right.
Yeah, you know that he has a great stock of potions and... Sorry, double checking something on... Yep, he has a stock of arsenic in his basement.
About how much arsenic is this?
Yeah, that's not going to kill anybody quickly.
Well, we don't need it to be quick.
We don't have months of heavy metal poisoning.
There's at least 240 gold's worth of arsenic. And that is... That is definitely a ton of poison.
Yep.
It's not
Okay, he's
not
good.
enough to kill whole swaths of people, but it they won't kill them outright, but can kill a bunch of people.
Also, arsenic has a flavor. It would be detectable.
Yes, yes. I mean, this is day one. We have the substance now. Now I'll try and figure a way to disguise it, and whoever can ingratiate themselves with the cook and maybe deliver some great stuff.
Just call it the fancy spice.
There is also the opportunity of dumping all the arsenic in Mama Giuseppe's stew.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Is do that and then give it about 40 minutes so everybody can eat, and then launch the attack, or an hour or something.
Hmm.
And then,
Maybe we don't need to kill them outright. Maybe if we just put something in the stew that makes them very sick, something that makes them shit themselves all the time, and then they would be weak, and they would be too
well,
occupied.
so for arsenic, it does looks like the poison effect is 1d2 Constitution damage. So it weakens them for a bit. Uh, uh, Corinne, you get something going on?
I guess I will canvass people for information on the local lay of the land regarding the religious township and who's what, where the church ladies are, which if Mama Giuseppe's
They
one
can
of
be
them, and I
there.
can go to her prayer meeting.
You could also canvass to ask about Father Donegan.
That's kind of what I was getting at. The overall religious lay of the town.
Do you have the diplomacy to gather information such?
I have a diplomacy of 6.
All right, make a roll, and I can see if you learn some information about Donegan.
Should I roll a knowledge?
Knowledge religion also serves for knowing specifically about Donegan.
We'll do that for him, and
Ooh.
And I still want to roll the diplomacy just to get more information generally. If that religion won't cover it.
All right. You are very familiar with Father Donegan for some former reason.
Was he at my trial? Can I have a grudge against him? That'd be great.
I can say no.
Or maybe he's an ally. Maybe he spoke in my defense. That would be even more fun.
Hmm.
He is not. He usually stays near the watch wall, so he probably didn't go down south to attend any church trials, no matter how important they might have been for the time. Father Donegan is a person that was in the line to become a bishop for the clergy. But he is well in line with the old Abner Thistlewick's ideals of, staying away from a luxurious lifestyle and just being corrupt like the rest of the just like the rest of the establishment. He went specifically to the watch wall for action not long after the successful purges and witch hunts had begun to die down in the capital.
Do I know which sect he's of?
He is of. That's a little difficult for me to find out from here. Do, do, do. Healing and good. Are all the faces of Mitra healing? Yes,
One's the Shining Lord, one's the Beneficent Sun, and the other one's Fire Undying.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be in all of them, but I think he is Fire Undying.
So he would be amenable to Abner's cause. Good. Maybe we can torture and convert him.
Oh, sorry, correction. Yeah, he is the Beneficent Son. I was looking at the wrong source where it just combined all three aspects into one. No, yeah, he's of the Beneficent Son.
Okay, that means we need to get Ragnar to preach to him about loving our noble savage brothers. They too can be redeemed. Fly open the gates, please.
I can do this. I was born
Not
for
to
this
mention,
role.
not to mention, this would also work because you just mentioned that he's a high priest. He's not a bishop, which would mean he's not nobility. Which means that's probably the reason he's not a bishop.
Ooh,
So you can play on that too.
perfect.
But yes, from what you know of his backstory and from your in-depth religious knowledge, he is a choir singer of court of sorts, and he has like most of the acolytes serving under him sing the choral the the psalms, the hymns of Mitra throughout the halls of any church that he goes to. More stuff. From what you hear rumors, he's a cheerful man around the Mitrans, but he hates and detests the evils of the world, including, of course, Asmodeus, who you all have been mostly shanghaied into serving.
Well, I bet he hates inequality more. Exactly.
Fucking inequality. Anyway, yeah, so let's say that's, well, Kryn just recalled that, so there wasn't much action spent on doing that. Anything else you want to have done in the immediate time, or do you need time to think, Kryn?
Is there anything else I learned about the general lay of the land as far as religious, piety of the people,
The piety of the
notable
people
members of the
is
church?
the piety of the people is strong, mainly because of Father Donegan being in the garrison. Rumors is that he has even turned down accepting alms from some people as he cured more deadly forms of diseases from the populace. Though that may or may not be a rumor, so because you have not actually met Father Donegan firsthand.
Hmm.
But the general populace seems happy with their situation, both religiously and, from what you can tell, economically.
All right, because I don't know if this would be a diplomacy or not, but what about can we kind of figure out what news is going around town?
That would be gather information. and you can spend 1d4 hours doing that. And gather
see how long I
information
just
is
spent on that.
diplomacy roll. Yeah, you had a 12, so let me see if that's enough to pass.
So I spent 4 hours doing that.
Yep, you've succeeded. Let me do one of my own rolls. Alright, you've learned... Well, you heard a rumor from a bloke down the street from the inn saying, "Oh, those dwarves, they're a thieving lot. I've heard one of them was caught picking a man's pocket."
Good. We will go to the inn, get one shit-faced, kidnap him, torture him, get him to confess that him and all of his kin are worshippers of Asmodeus.
Damn.
If we critically succeed, we'll get them to convert to Asmodeus in actuality, and just have them let us in. How good are our disguise thingies? We can't disguise ourselves as dwarves, can we? We could just like random people.
I think
You can't disguise yourself as specific. You can't disguise yourself as a specific dwarf. You can disguise yourself as a dwarf, though.
So we can get that.
Do dwarves
that
still
much?
count
Okay.
Do dwarves still count as medium creatures?
I believe specifically dwarves are medium creatures just because they're girthy.
Okay. The only thing
if you're a 6 foot tall person, you probably can't disguise as a dwarf because disguise self has the limitation of only being a head shorter, which is relatively a foot.
Yeah, I think it's 1 foot plus or minus, but it's only an illusion. So if you're disguised as a dwarf and a waitress tries to put it, move a tray over you because you're short, they'll hit your head anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I would just like to add that I think that's awfully racist of you to assume that dwarves can't be tall.
Yeah,
These are very harmful stereotypes. Dwarves are drunken, small, thieving. It's you aren't very progressive in your thinking.
Exactly.
So given Abner's predisposition to already hate on subhumans, what we'll do with that is I'll just start looking at ways to either get one of the dwarves to confess to being something bad, or outright convert them. Use that to bring Father Donegan nearby and out of the tower, and go from there.
All right, and
ideally, I just critically success and just torture everyone into loving Asmodeus.
One can only hope.
I'm looking forward to that.
Though they may all die from a bugbear invasion in a month's time, so it may or may not work. Yeah.
The will of Asmodeus.
Yep. Let's look into someone else's actions for the time being. Crom, you're starting your job, I'm assuming. Ragnar,
do you want me
what's
to
up with you?
Roll in alchemy just to see if I fuck up?
No, it's...
Oh.
No, it's good for right now.
Alright. But I think me, Ragnar, and Drago was going out and scouting out the patrol. I think that will be finalized.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
It's a big forest. You might not actually run into them, but yeah, you can try.
Well, can I make a survival roll to see if I can see any fresh trails leading away from the tower or the town.
Me too.
You can make a check, yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Drago goes around the town's perimeter and he just finds a lot of footprints and hoof prints that lead off in a different direction. He doesn't know if they're fresh or from a week ago, looking at them. Ragnar might have a proper set of tracks, but he has like 3 different trails of indeterminate age that lead from outside the town. It doesn't seem like this band of horses leaves the town at regular roads. So they don't patrol the town road.
There you go. Do you think this is something to look up? And I point to the tracks.
Yeah, we could we could go through, follow this trail for a while.
Yes. And I suppose we start walking along there, or whatever pace we decide on.
Alright, since that might be a long while for you guys. Wes, are you back yet? No, he's not. Okay. Let's see if I want to do something special for 2 people going out on their own into the woods.
Splitting the party, always a good idea.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be Brokeback Mountain going on right here.
And sorry for the low resolution. This is.
Ragnar, I wish I could quit you.
That sounds terrible. Don't ever do that in Arnie's accent again. Pop. God, this one's not connected to your character sheet still.
No, I got it.
Oh, I guess it's doesn't have the HP thing yet. Okay. And let's put a. Looking for something appropriate. But you know what? Just do this. My apologies. Taking a little long for a small, insignificant detour.
Are you calling what we're going to do insignificant? Should we turn back?
Alright, you are on your trek through the woods. You've somewhat gotten lost following a horse trail. And you run into... Jesus Christ, why can I not find this?
Well, I can just drop burning skeletons in as placeholders.
You son of a bitch.
I swear I had one in here somewhere. Oh, this works. So I have to do this to them. Alright, you find a pack of wolves. Just a pack of 3. They're not that actually this big. It's just the proportions suck on Roll20.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to alt.
Oh gosh. So we find a group of 3 wolves and a seemingly abandoned camp.
Ignore the camp.
Oh, okay.
It is right now a clearing.
Okay.
Like I said,
Scroll down towards the bottom of the map.
Yep,
And
I got it. No problem. I thought the camp was supposed to be important.
Nope. We're going with what's available right at the moment.
Yep.
Because we do what the DM expects us to do.
I don't even know what they expect us to do.
Alright, so you're gonna fight the wolves, or?
I mean, I don't think we can I can't outrun them.
So far
I guess...
they're just walking around.
Alright, so Ragnar's gonna be like, Drego, are you good with dogs? I don't like them.
yeah, I could try to see if we can tame them or something. Or we could kill them, I don't care.
Yeah. Can we do what's called survival to see if they like to just be like how to get out of this without taking too much time and also not fighting the wolves?
I have a handle animal skill.
You don't need a survival check to know that if you leave the wolves, you won't have to do much with them.
All right. Well. Wait, really? All right.
Yeah, you're not in combat with them. You just see them out in the woods. Random encounter time. Woohoo!
Woo! Well, Ragnar sees no point in just fighting for fighting's sake, even though fighting for fighting's sake is fun.
So you don't want to redistribute the wolf pelts? The means of fur production?
You make a fair point, dear sir. Yes, but currently we are on a more important mission for the equality of all.
Yeah, so it was a summary for what you're doing. You were following the what you assumed is the tracks that were most fresh, and you've wound up here. And to keep following the tracks, you'd have to get rid of the wolves in some way.
Oh, to follow the tracks?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought the tracks ended here. That was not clear. Alright, but in that case, we go through the wolves.
It's the prize round. Use your bows.
Mm-hmm. Is that possible? Or does Drago have a different opinion?
Do you want me to try to? Do you want to just kill them, or do you want me to try to
handle the animal?
Handle the animals, but not in the gross furry way. Just.
You're not helping. You're not helping a pack of wolves over the fence.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can try. Go ahead, Drago. Please go ahead. Try. See what happens. Eh?
Alright, so for that you walk up, you make yourself known to the pack of wolves. They immediately start growling at your presence. Let me check handle animal for any specifics because I think it's something like diplomacy for animals. Yeah, let's say. Yeah, you're just short of making wolves barrier presence when they're going out and about. Initiative time.
Whoop whoop. Is that button? There. Oh damn.
All right, let's do the turn order. Gotta clear this shit out.
Odenkirk.
Guess I have to manually put you guys in. So
Doesn't it get put in automatically if I put it if I do it again?
yes, but your results are terrible right now.
Oh well. True.
God, I wish this worked automatically.
Mm.
Don't forget to see if they worship Jeb.
Most critical
Well, anyway,
part.
let's say middle wolf is the one that goes first. Wolves have 50 movement speed, and guess they charge at they charge at Drago. Add 2 to attack roll to 17 hit.
Okay. My AC is 17.
Yep, meets or exceeds then.
Okay.
So 4 damage plus. What's your combat maneuver versus trip?
I have no idea.
It would be your CMD on your character sheet.
My CMD is 20.
Okay, so you're
Oof.
not pulled down by the wolf biting at Drago's calf.
Yeah. So I'm just imagining that Drago was standing there like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And then the wolf just jumped him.
Not a good boy. Not a good boy. Not a good boy.
No.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Alright,
Oof.
so now it's
All right.
Ragnar's turn.
So, charging. How does that work in this? Again, can I charge?
Charge, double your movement speed, full round action, -2 to AC, but +2 to attack for that round.
You can hit it.
Maybe I can move 20 feet. Wait, that's doubling of movement speed.
You could.
Yep.
Yeah, because then I maybe could take that one. But then again, I could also just
5
step over
foot
there.
step and just smack a wolf.
Yeah, smack a wolf, man. That sounds weird. But when you put it like that, yeah, let's just do that. Easy one. And then power attack. That close main monster crafted great sword. Shop. I think it's dead.
I think it's dead, Jim. Yep. That didn't last long.
Nope.
The wolves
With
see its,
decapitation.
Mm-hmm.
the wolves see its packmate go down. They charge at the metal man.
Oof.
And
Yep.
fail. So it's Drago's turn.
Okay, I will. First, I will rage.
Bad dog.
Bad boy. And then I would do a power attack on the on that one right next to us.
See, I'd like to imagine that the wolf that Ragnar hit, he killed it while it was still latched to Drago's leg.
The head's still attached to the leg.
Oh, I decapitated it, but the head is still attached to the leg.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this other one gets the chopper.
Yeah, just don't hit me, please. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that to hit you.
Nope.
Yep, and just barely hit. Well, just barely damaged.
Oh.
Okay, and the
What?
last one, he saw both of his buddies getting. Well, one got decapitated, the other one's bleeding out and dying. So this one's just running away. Do 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 do.
Can I pull out my bones to try to hit him?
There's going to be some soft. No, it's not soft cover. There's going to be cover, so 50% chance to hit.
50-50? Alright. Should I just roll a 1d2?
1d100, please.
Alright.
Okay, so yes, over 50. So yeah, but you make the cover. Now do an attack roll.
Oh, what the fuck?
Son of a bitch. Yep, you guess you tagged the third wolf. There.
God. Oh.
Way out here.
God damn.
So what's that? You know, swift decapitation, a critical bleed, and then a heart shot.
Yep. Pretty much. Our characters have come a long way.
It's a successful hunting trip so far.
Yeah.
If only you were hunting for wolves.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I don't know if do we have time to do something with them? Actually, that would be a pretty good cover if we just accidentally stumble across somebody to have like wolf pelts and shit.
Yeah,
I mean, you could. Well, let's see. How big are the wolves?
Wolf
They're
sized.
normal for wolves, yeah.
I mean,
They're timber
All right.
wolves. I don't know them off the top of.
Okay. Timberwolf. Weight, poundage. Let's see what skill that would probably be. That would probably be a survival. I don't know, but just based on skill. But I mean, if you were proficient, I would say each one could probably be, basically field strip, gutted, skinned, or you wouldn't even need to skin it, depending. I'd say probably about 30 minutes a piece if you were proficient for getting all the bad stuff out.
Yeah, no, I think survival, and I think we'd only care about the skinning really, because otherwise we're going to be way down probably too much.
Well,
and it's going to take too much time.
You don't want some wolf meat to eat at the lodge.
As far as I know, predator meats taste worse.
It depends on your preference. I like bear.
Oh,
I've heard bear
So-
is good. I've never had it, but I've heard that it's.
I heard bear was rather
It-
pungent, but that was probably not the
it's
reliable source.
predator type meat is generally a lot more gamey. But if you have a taste for it, it's good. If you don't, you don't.
Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah,
So the wolves were cleared. You pull their bodies somewhere else that's more convenient to take care of. You have a clearing in the trees right here. Little flat land, a place where there was a fire at one point. Smaller stones have been picked away for laying out comfortable tents. There's a felled tree, a log that can be used as a bench, all that great stuff.
Great. Let's skin them and pack them and then keep going, I suppose.
Okay. I'm going to keep the head of the one that bit me. I'm going to make it into a helmet.
But you don't want to.
Fuck yes.
You don't want to keep him as like a shin guard. But he was.
Oh yeah, can he start doing bite damage if he kicks people? Oh, all right. Do we need to roll?
To keep following the trail,
Oh well, sure, or whatever.
or for the wolves.
Both, really.
Yep, you can.
I
roll
rolled to skin the wolves, or at least one of them.
Oh,
Yeah, you got a 21 on survival for prepping all the shit.
Yep,
all right. I'm
you
gonna
can.
roll mine.
You can leave the poor skinless bodies out to rot, or you can try to take them with you now. But
By the way, read our group chat.
but the one that was beheaded has a ruined pelt. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Helm of Hungry Wolf. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like it. All right. I suppose rolling for following the trail.
All right. Are you just leaving the wolf bodies out here to rot?
I'm
No,
sure
I thought they.
we skinned them at least. I
Yeah,
don't
if
think
you-
we should.
Yeah, if you skin them, they're still flesh to rot.
Yeah,
Well,
to bake out
I
in
mean,
the
you
sun
would
and
skin
whatnot.
them, you would gut them. Do you want to take the meat?
Grave, are you out here with us?
No, I will shut up now.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah,
I don't
because you
think my
can
character would.
you can strip them down easily enough, but
Yeah,
I mean, we could take like a cut down a small tree and tie them to the tree and carry the pole between us.
Yeah.
That would make
So
it
you're
easy.
gonna carry a whole wolf, basically.
Yeah, we could. We take the best one
Yeah. Are we gonna carry that
and take the
with us
pelts,
while
all
we're?
the pelts, and the best one with the best meat.
Are we gonna do that while we're tracking?
Well, I don't think it will hurt us, trying to follow the trail. And right now, we aren't trying to attack the soldiers. We are just trying to kind of find out what route they take, so we can attack them later. Because we don't want to
but
kill them too soon.
True.
okay, but back to this. From here, you can see at this clearing where a campsite could be. You see many different trails from here. Like the trail you guys followed was a pretty strong trail there were several more leading to and from this site in particular, but the trails lead in any direction pretty much. But it's normally the same. From your count, same 7 horses traveling to and from this camp from any direction.
You know what? Maybe we should wait here at the camp and we cook. We can cook one of the wolves, and if the soldiers come back here, we just act like we were hunters out here, and we kill these wolves, and then we found this camp, and we say, okay, we're going to wait here for the night and eat one of these wolves, and they come back, and we make friends with them.
That's idea. Yes.
So then next time when we actually go to kill them, they're less suspicious of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a good idea. Great idea. Yep. All right. I suppose we should start making camp then. A little bit.
Do you even have camping supplies in your character sheets?
We have all of nature around us. I'm sure we can do something.
Yeah, I'm sure you can make a campfire, but like a tent.
I have a bedroll and blanket.
Okay. So if need be, you can
that's about it.
Sleep under the stars. Are you guys gonna be remaining there for like a whole night or something?
Yeah.
Since you definitely have an abundance of food now that you've rustled up.
True. Yeah, why not? This is probably something interesting's probably gonna show up here. So
you can make that assumption, yeah.
We can hope. One can hope.
All right, moving back to other remaining players. Crom, I haven't dealt with you recently. Is Grave here?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Is it whispering?
No. I was using
the wrong mic.
Yes. Give me 1 second here.
How's that? Or can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So if I'm done with being an alchemist for the day, I guess I will see if I can't arouse with the other chemists and whatnot, trying to learn how to make any sort of explosive powders.
Okay, that can take for the rest of your day if that's what you want to do.
I'm my whole thing here is just prepping for the attack. What can I make? What can I get? How can I make it better for it?
Yeah, just learning to have more tools in your arsenal besides bleeding people to death. Got it.
Or burning skeletons.
Yes.
Or plague zombies. All right. So is that diplomacy or charisma?
No, I think this can be automatic because you're just learning tools of the trade. You're not really having to pry nails from people's fingers to do so. Though Abner would probably prefer that. Which leaves me to the rest of the day's activities being spent by Abner. You've gathered information from what you could from recollecting Father Donegan. And you did something else. Yes, you were probing the town for rumors. Do you want to continue rumor mongering, or do you have anything else you want your character to do for the day?
What would it take to do some more concrete investigation of the Untermensch
Um, w- without a skill roll, you can look around town for like an hour or two more. You notice there's a decent enclave of dwarves that live here, at least 100 in number.
Oh, good. That's
But
plenty for a race war.
yeah, and they're an insular community by all.
Even better.
So you don't know
They will
really how
learn the light of
true that
Mitra.
you don't know how true that rumor was that you heard, but you can. But you, being the dwarfophobe that you are, you can probably just dismiss it as well, it being a story
Obvious
of the
fact.
the obvious fact. Yeah.
What
It's
if I
just the
wanted to
word of
look for
God.
like the local anti-dwarven malcontent posting on, Stormfront Waffen message, ye old
God.
message board.
There are message boards, but they're not for that purpose.
The medieval version of Facebook is called Town Square.
Okay, better question. What sort of trade do the dwarves in town deal in? Like, what's their primary trade?
They're all sorts of crafty types. They're carpenters. They're woodworkers. There's one smith. Let's say the dwarf community is up here between the river and the road of Alden proper. Though the human population takes up pretty much the rest of the town.
I don't suppose there's a building they've recently constructed, is there?
Not specifically, though there are houses being built out here among a decent population of felled trees. So about 2 to 3 shells of buildings having their foundations being laid.
I'm trying to think of a way to, without inventing something, to try to drive a wedge between them and the people, short of getting some help to go find a dwarf and just torture him into doing something or confessing to something. Like if they had just built a building or something, we could go make it fall over and be like, "See those dwarves? They did that on purpose. They wanted the church to fall down or something." Or something in that vein. If the blacksmiths are angry, they're taking business. Get the blacksmiths angry at them because the dwarven smiths are taking all the business, or maybe a bunch of them just moved into town and they're taking all of our jobs. Who knows?
Yeah, bright suggestion be post "It's okay to be a dwarf" signs on notice boards.
I like how
Wait
the
till
dwarf
the-
refugee camp is out on the outskirts of town because, the affluent people, of course, they aren't going to invite the dwarves into their own homes.
I mean, I could
Sure,
be just
everybody
crass
wants dwarf
enough.
immigration.
It's just, since you said we can disguise ourselves as dwarves, I could just be crass enough just to disguise myself as a dwarf and go graffiti up some Mitra shit with some, dwarven gods. That would be the easiest thing to do, but that seems like a cop out cheaty way of doing it. I would much rather roll a better skill set to just torture one of them into confessing or doing something.
I'd much rather waylay, ambush, and then torture a dwarf than graffiti someplace.
Hey, it's in fitting with the character. I have this torture master. I need to torture master something.
Hey, I would really like to hear you guys role playing Corin torturing somebody.
Oh God.
But so Drago and Ragnar have left town. Crom's working. Wes would be here to help, but he has an emergency, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I'll spend another 4 hours sniffing around the dwarf community.
All right. Jesus Christ, I would have things for Wes to do.
Or how many? Let me roll how many hours it is.
Oof.
So yes,
Yeah,
4
you're
hours to find nothing.
Yeah, to find
Probably.
nothing, you're spending 4 hours pretending to be like a dwarven panhandler or something, and you're just having like no bites. Okay, let's say, I guess if Wes comes near the end of the session, we're gonna have to give a flash course of anything he's learned. All right, let's say next day rolls around. Though I know that Abner's only spent like 8 hours total, give or take 2 more hours. Let's just say that's enough for you to be inspired to rest or do something that's not directly connected to investigations.
For roleplay purposes, after I'm done working, I'll meet up with Abner and say, all right, this is what I found. I figured out how to make black powder. There's about 240 gold worth of arsenic. Have you seen Ragnar or Drago? Not sure where they went or what they're doing, but those two together, I don't know.
Oh,
Scares me on what might happen.
That's something for the two of you. When you return to the inn to retire for the evening, Abner, who has been on a quest all day to try and find something to pin on the dwarves, you find a group of 11 dwarven workmen in the tavern. One that appears to be the most leader-like among them, as far as what leaderly qualities a dwarf can have, because they're so crass among each other. He is complaining in great deal about his work day at the Balentyne Tower, talking about the aging the gatehouse that they're working on, and how they have to go all the way to the inn every day, and at the end of every day to get a rest, and it's not a short commute from Aldencross to the tower.
So the dwarves are disgruntled.
Yeah, go figure.
Oh, early fucking dwarves. Who would have imagined? So, all right. Well, the dwarves are disgruntled. Abner, I know you're not one for deceptive things, but depending on how things are going with the dwarf, we may have an ability to put in their possession some things of value that after a short amount of time will suddenly just be missing as they dematerialize, and only a thief would take their stuff, and if no one knew they had it other than them, that might cause some cause a rift if they think the people of the town are stealing from them.
Yea, verily, a house divided cannot stand. A people divided unto themselves will be a very easy target.
All right. Let's see. That would be Wisp, and let's see. I have it over here somewhere. So this would be. Yeah, I mean, if we want to rest for the night, we can prep for that tomorrow. If you get any more useful information on things like that. Also, if you get a chance to speak to the chef, we may be able to disguise the arsenic as high quality spices or ingredients for her stew. So
Hmm.
I'm going to
Hey,
start
just a second.
researching what can. I'm out of character. I'm researching what I can create that we might be able to, necessarily trade with the dwarves or give them that would disappear after an appointed amount of time.
You mean like booze?
Booze or I don't know specifically, but basically, for one spell point, Wisp can create 100 gold worth of alchemical ingredients or alchemical things that last for 4 minutes. So they would have it, and then all of a sudden it would be gone. And they can test it and use it, and it's correct, and the effects linger, but it would be gone. If we want to move on to the next day.
Okay, before moving on to the next day, let's see. Night falls. You've had your discussion in the inn. You go to rest in your rooms. Perception check on you two.
Sorry about that. I had to go unlock a door.
No issue. Grave was just plodding with you, so he can either repeat that to you or. Okay, so this is recent perception rolls. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
You're both pretty decent at that, but then again,
I am the knight.
4, so. I'm Batman.
Yeah, I was just a quick recap to sow discord amongst the dwarves. Wisp can create per spell point 100 gold worth of anything alchemically related if we wanted to trade or give, and then after 4 minutes it would magically dematerialize. So they may think that somebody stole it,
So
and
you can make
angry
one dose of
dwarves.
low quality poison, or you can make a bunch of booze.
a bunch of
So
booze,
what if, since you work
quicksilver.
at the chemist's, use your nice little inside shift. Give me some fucking materialized alchemical shit. I'll dress up as a dwarf to go sell it to them, and when it disappears, they will get pissed. And we can do this several times.
Yes. Total since Wisp has 4. Let me check. It is Wisp has 4 spell points. So that would be a total of 400 gold worth of stuff that would last 4 minutes.
All right, so
And then if Cranston gets back, we can plant the gold on the dwarves.
Yeah. I was more thinking of if only the dwarves knew they had it and then it disappeared, then you have a bunch of dwarves who are drunk accusing people of stealing things that they never had.
We could do that. We could do both. So I
Yeah.
don't know what the dwarves would want with alchemical stuff.
Well, there's a large list of things, like quicksilver is one of them. What is it? Different types of coal for smelting shit.
Well, how about instead of making it, reverse it? Because what Corinne was saying, give her some of the fake chemicals and have Abner disguise himself as a dwarf, and then go to the chemist shop and sell these supplies to the alchemists, and saying, "Oh, look, here are these very fine supplies that I have," and then make the townspeople mad at the dwarves, instead of trying to make the dwarves mad at the townspeople.
Yeah,
what I'm
either
saying.
way, it's just an idea to try and,
Yeah.
sow some discord.
We could also take some of it and make some frankincense or myrrh or something, and go to donate it to the local temple or shrine of Mitra. And when it magically disappears, they can get mad, and we can be we say, "Oh yes, we are traveling dwarves. Here's our goodwill as we're working on the tower, because we're good guys. We want to make our hosts happy. So here you go. Don't look at the suspicious, and then go graffiti the back of the church and leave."
Well, I mean, as you mentioned that, I'm looking at the list here, and one of the things that can be created is anointing oil. 25 gold for 1 pound. It's 4 pounds. 100 gold worth of shit that just disappears.
They measure oil by the pound now?
Well, it just has weight
Yeah, I know.
in the.
All right,
sheet.
so sorry about that. All right. Plans aside, it's the evening. You lay down to go to bed. Everything was quiet in the night, but Crom, he hears someone moving out in the hallway in the dead of night.
Alright,
Under attack, open fire.
well, no, I will wake up to this. Is Abner in a different room?
I assume he is.
All right. So the first thing I will do is knock off a spell point to summon my wisp, because I am very, very squishy person. And then I will use my wisp to go out into the hall, see what they see, and alert Corinne if there's something bad, because then I'm not the damn target.
All right, so using your same last perception check, you look out into the hall and you see the innkeeper that you haven't fully introduced yourself to, except when except
meeting.
when you had a first meeting, which I assume Wes was the one that negotiated the payment for your room.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are you stealthily following him at all?
Yeah. I will have Willem stealthily follow him.
All right, stealth.
So, all right, let's see. Stealth. Sorry, I gotta scroll down for this. So it's where the hell is your stealth?
But Crom isn't doing the following.
No, Wisp is. Crom is not stealthy. Wisp is stealthy.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Does he see
Yeah,
the floating ghost?
Yeah, he turns around. He stopped in his step when he thought he heard wind blowing behind him. He turns around and he sees the floating head of Willem Dafoe. He throws up his arms, yells out, and continues running downstairs away from it, calling for guards.
Since I have the ability, I'm going to immediately desummon, because I have mastered this, so is no longer anywhere unless I want him to come back.
Okay,
so as soon as I hear him yell, it vanishes.
Okay, this commotion wakes up Abner and some other people that have been staying at the inn, including Barnabas and friends. The guards come in the middle of the night. They're very pissed. They hear something about a ghost. they questioned near everyone, though nobody has seen anything since everyone was in bed, and even you have the opportunity. Crom is saying that you never left your room, so you got perfect bluffless alibis. While the innkeeper could be overheard saying something about, oh, he was checking his stock and when he was walking out in the hall, and there was a severed head floating behind him.
What was he checking?
The stock,
Okay.
the supplies.
Yeah. I thought you said doc for some reason, so I was like, wait, what?
Yes, he was checking for an alleged doctor. Yeah.
He was checking for docking going on at the end. Got it.
Yeah, then he'd call for the guards. Okay, so everyone returns to their beds. Trolls and Knight probably trying to get back to sleep. And it's morning again.
Alright.
Let's see who would be. I only have notes for a specific moving part machinery here. Yes, you and Corinne go ahead and plan something. I'll need about 2 minutes.
Okay. So, Corinne, before I start my day at work, would you want to potentially sell some supplies to the alchemist? If so, I can have my guardian wisp companion create that for you, but it does only last 4 minutes. So anything you want to do would have to be done very quickly.
Have to do it in the alley and then come back in, and because you can send your whisk out a window or something. You just do it in the alley, and I'll walk out the alley and say, "Here, you want this? Here, you want it? Here, take it quick."
Wait. The wisp counts as a small creature. I have a small bag of holding. I could leave my supplies in the room. I don't know if the wisp can. No, it has to stay. I think it has to stay on the same plane of existence as me. Let me check. Because if it could just
Could I
sit
just
in the
hide the wisp
bag,
under my coat or something? In my fake dwarven beard, hide it in there.
I don't know if that could be done, but if it could be
Unless-
hidden in the bag of holding and it knows what to create when it sees the hand reach in, it would be 4 minutes from retrieval.
Corinne, unless your fake beard is large enough to hold a entire human head within it, I don't think it's large enough to conceal wisp.
Well, I mean, we are going for a dwarven stereotype here.
That is a possibility. I'm just checking conjuration to see if the wisp needs to stay on the same plane of existence as me.
Right? They usually
creature.
have enough hair to use a human skull as as something to hold their beard hair, but not to be completely immersed in it.
Turn. Much.
And to fill this mostly empty void in space, for anyone that's watching this on YouTube but not on Discord, I am occasionally responding to people that are in the Discord chat on discord.oozlu.net, the Cabal, because this is the unofficial Cabal RP. All right. What were you planning on doing, guys?
All right.
Yeah,
Just
if we can't
one.
do the bag of holding thing, I guess the easiest thing to do would just be like send your wisp out the alley or something, and I'll pick it up and dwarf it.
The only thing I'm seeing about different planes is I can't telepathically link to it if it's not on the same plane of existence. Other than that, I'm not seeing any restrictions. So I'm gonna DM. Can we get a ruling on if I can stuff the wisp in a bag of holding because it doesn't even need to breathe?
I'm checking the stuff. Just a summon monster. That's the equivalent to the companion sphere. Conjuration summoning. Yep. Summoning spell instantly brings a creature or object to the place you designate. When the spell ends or dispelled, the summoned creature is instantly sent back to where it came from. Da 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 da.
It can't carry equipment and items back and forth.
Nothing specifically, but yeah, no. The duration of a summoning, a conjuration spell, still continues if you have if you stuff it into a bag of holding.
All right, so Corinne, I will conjure my wisp. I will store all of my equipment from the bag of holding in my room. I'll go, all right, wisp. Here's what's going on. You're gonna sit in this bag of holding. Corinne, whenever you decide what you want to summon, be it anointing oils for the church or alchemical equipment, let Wisp know. Maximum you can get total is 400 gold worth, and it only lasts for 4 minutes. So if you let Wisp know beforehand, when you stick your hand in the bag, you will have however much designated of type of item.
Is this just clarifying? Minute per caster level duration?
Minute per caster level duration. So
You do recall that Wisp is only acting at half caster level, right?
Fourth level. Oh, sorry. So it's 3 minutes.
2.
3 minutes. I thought it was per hit dice is caster level. It roughly
1 per
equates,
2 hit dice for companions. He's not a full caster.
No, yeah, he's not a full. Oh, so it's 1 per 2 hit. I thought it was per
It's
hit
1 per
dice
2
because
hit
it was.
dice.
Okay, so it lasts for 2 minutes then. Yeah, so the items would last for 2 minutes, and then it would only be 200 gold. Need to.
200 gold,
need
that'd be 50 gold, isn't it? 25 gold per caster level?
25 gold per caster level per spell point. So at caster level 2 would be 2 spell points at. Wait, yeah, it's per. Alright, let me see here. This is.
Do you need some time to do the math? Because I can go to...
Yeah, 25 gold per caster level per spell point. And then for that, he's caster level 2.
Either way, I
And-
think this too short a time and not enough to be worth it. What would be better if we can do it, if this is the case, would be to do kind of like a drug deal. Like, you got the money, hey, you got the yay. Oh, it's around, it's somewhere, and just pull that one off, and just like basically get, say, the dwarves and the humans to a place where things can happen, and we can point fingers at both of them.
So, just because we don't really have the
The amount and the
so
time.
I have one. So I have one. So that's 3. So it's 100. It's 150 gold. Lasts for 2 minutes total. So you can do 3 sets of 50, and you can do it like a drug deal from your magic bag if you want to do that.
Okay, well, you guys are having that hushed conversation in the inn. The door opens for the morning flux of people that go here to eat from the township proper. One of them is dressed rather in a clerical fashion, though a portly belly and a breastplate is worn upon his chest, with a proud, what is it? I think it's gold. Yeah, gold symbol of Mitra hanging about his neck. This, to Corinne's memory, is Father Donegan entering into the inn this early in the morning. Now, with that cliffhanger, moving over to the campsite.
Ooh.
Drago and Ragnar have just finished their Brokeback Mountain scene, praising Jeb and communism hand in hand.
No, hands separated but waving to and fro.
We're practicing social distancing here, okay?
Did you both have bedrolls?
I don't think I had one.
All right, so you had to cuddle up.
Well, he might be a barbarian, but he's an awful gentleman at the same time. Awfully good.
I think I'm a gentleman when I am Trojo.
You guys had some nice gutted and roasted wolf on a spit, and I think the rest of it was probably dried out to make jerky for the next few days. You didn't your rest wasn't entirely interrupted or anything like that. And so far you have no sound of horse hooves coming from any direction. You're just out here being woodsmen on your own.
Well,
yeah. Perhaps making our way back.
yeah, I guess we should head back and see what the others are up to.
Yeah. Suppose we roast a little bit. If there's any more wolf left, roast the lost, and then eat that, head back.
You probably did most of that last night. You dried out the wolf over some stones to jerk it. All right,
Jerky.
Yep. Deleting your tokens and moving back to Aldencross. Your characters won't be there for the current event. Okay, back to Aldencross, the inn. Father Donegan just entered into the room. The innkeeper rushes past the counter to talk to him. Perception checks. They hear what they're conversing about. Jesus Christ, what's with the perception rolls today, Grave?
I don't know. I have a base at 10.
Do you want to roll perception, Kryn, or you're gonna trust anything that Crom relays to you? Okay, I guess Kryn's not here. Alright, so from what you can hear
Sorry, what
over
was
the
that?
conversation... Oh, yeah, you want to roll perception check? It's back to you guys. Father Donegan walked in, the innkeeper rushed over, they're having a hushed conversation. I don't know why I even bother, you're actually rolling good today. Well, I mean, Tim didn't roll more than once today, so I guess that's
You
why we
shall
haven't had any
see.
ones.
You will see. You will see what it means to fail.
Okay, so the both of you can hear through hushed tones the innkeeper talking about what he thinks is a ghost haunting his inn, and after the commotion with the guards, he wants to keep it on the down low. So he's now having he's very thankful for Donegan to come out and check the inn to see if it's haunted.
So, are there
Because
any alchemical things that are illegal here?
I'm assuming something in the player handbook that would constitute as a drug is illegal in the alchemical sense.
Because this would be an excellent time to, put on the dwarf disguise and try to sell some drugs to Father Donegan. Or near him where he can see it.
As far as a drug goes, let's see. We have
You don't have any elven absinthe on hand?
well, I'm just looking at the list of alchemical things that can be summoned. So,
Sell some
drug
hobbit
is
leaf to the local school children.
drug is not listed as an attribute, so I can't command it.
You know, here you go. In the DMs.
All right. Let me see. Oh, nice. Drugs. All right. Let's see.
All the
This just has
subpages on the right.
addiction. Oh, subpages on the right. So
There's
let's go
Aether,
with.
there's
We're just going to assume all of these are illegal in Mitra because it's Mitra.
Well,
yes,
you can have.
This is a lawful good nation. All medicinal forms of marijuana are illegal.
If you're going with the dwarven drug dealer, I mean,
Dwarven Fire
Wisp.
Ale?
Yep, I'm saying Wisp. Wisp can get you up 3 doses of dwarven fire ale, and the effects last even after the dispel. So if it's drank, you still have a full hour.
BFA,
Are there any dwarves
BFK
around?
that.
Are there any dwarves in the inn this morning?
I think so. I think.
Or have they already gone to work?
I think they would be. Yeah. Are there any dwarves in the tavern?
Yes, the dwarves have sufficiently slept in because of disturbance about a ghost last night. So now Barnabas, grumbling rather than from alcohol poisoning, is grumbling about lack of sleep as he walks down the stairwell of the inn.
Okay, so this would be a good time to use the Iron Circlet and disguise as dwarf. But I would also, in addition, if I can, just to see if this even get a good roll, make a 2-layer disguise in case somebody can see through magical disguises.
And you get an extra.
So punch over, take a pillow or some, an old broom and use it to make a fake beard or some shit. Half-assed dual layer disguise.
Nice.
Let me check.
And then you are going to be the distraction to help me get away in case something happens. Wherein I will run out the door, out the back, into the alleyway, and then immediately disable the disguise and throw myself in the mud like I was shoved over by some angry dwarf.
Abner, I know you don't always approve of my ways, but with all the commotion about a ghost last night, if we truly do need a distraction, poltergeists can be summoned. I'll just leave
You
it at
truly
that.
disgust me, you aberrant thing. However, I love this idea, so we'll go with it.
I will.
Amazing.
I will
Thank you.
stay in the back corner eating a light breakfast.
And I will go over and I don't know what I would roll to just try to ingratiate and make obnoxiously ingratiate with the dwarves in such a way that is obvious to the good father. I don't know if that would be diplomacy or bluff or even perform.
Perform or bluff.
Pardon?
Because you're trying to convey something, but you're not
Vern
necessarily.
is muted.
Oh, sorry.
That or I could do sense motive to find out which dwarf is the thirstiest.
Bluff or perform, since you're trying to convey something, you're not focusing on ingratiating yourself, actually. I mean, you can try in earnest to ingratiate yourself to the dwarf, but you're trying specifically to get Father Donegan to notice you doing that, I assume?
Oh shit!
Ah,
There we
Jesus.
go.
I'm gonna make sure to lay it on. Oh, you boys, you need something to drink this morning, eh? Or whatever the fuck they sound like. I don't know. Went through 5 or 6 accents there.
Accents. It sounded like
The accent of
Israeli or something.
the accent of every dwarven and goblin clan all put together. Hi, I'm a traveling salesman.
Oh, hey.
That one too.
The real world goblins. I mean, what?
Hey kids, want to buy some fire ale?
Gosh,
Okay,
then.
so Donegan notices Corinne making a show of himself as a dwarf before Barnabas. Though Barnabas responds in dwarven fashion, like it's too early for this shite. I need myself a beer.
Oh, got you covered there, mate. That work, and then I will make a show.
You don't have to do an accent.
Okay.
No, please do, please do.
Glorious.
I don't know if how I would flash it to him in such a way that he can see it, but other people might also see it. I don't know if I need to roll for that, like a sleight of hand or.
Okay, what are you flashing him?
The fire dwarven fire ale.
Did Crom have some summoned?
Wisp. Abner told Wisp that it was dwarven fire ale. So every time she reaches her hand in the bag of holding,
If they're ready for it, I don't want to pull it off if they're not paying attention. If they're just ignoring me, because I'm assuming I want to drink means I want to fucking drink, not I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a hard liquor. Yeah. So you're pulling.
Maybe I can help you out there, man.
Space, something. Yeah. Donegan notices you, the dwarf, offering something to Barnabas. Uh, shit, how would he know it was specifically fire ale? Because it's not like it. Not
It's
like
gonna
it
have a
comes
big
out of creation with a
skull and
label on it.
crossbones on it, with all
Well, I
sorts of
mean,
dwarven stuff, and it's gonna have big
I,
marijuana
I,
leaf.
I guess big marijuana leaf, like a Canadian flag. That'd be the
The
Colorado
symbols
flag.
of some heretical dwarven god.
Yeah, it has dwarven runes on it or something. Yeah, I guess creation can make the label as well as the dosage of a drug. Yeah. So it's like Barnabas is whispering in hushed tones. Aye, laddie, where'd you get that?
I will make sure to stroke my magnificently long beard and say, "Oh, you have my way. I have my ways, Can't be telling everyone."
His accents. Okay. Yeah, I know I've done bad ones before, and the audience doesn't have to say anything.
Trade secret, eh?
Canadian dwarves now. Ooh, I'm sorry.
well-
Sorry, you're knife-eared prick.
all right. Is he buying the fire? Is he buying the fire?
He asks, is it on offer? Eh? God damn it, you got me stuck on Canadian dwarves now.
The dwarves are now Canadian. These dwarves are Canadian.
Yes.
Bear back a half a minute.
Alright, we'll wait for him to recover from the Canadian.
All right. So the fire ale is worth 50 gold pieces, but we're literally doing nothing for it. So you want to sell it at half price. You can sell it at half price. And
Trying to think of a
there's-
really racist way of saying something Canadian dwarven sounding that would be like, always looking out for my brother, something that's really racist, like screw these white people or screw these humans, while saying you my nigga.
Something along the lines of maybe the.
I always look out for my. I always look out for my long beards.
That'll work.
I was going to use Leafs because they're Canadians.
Oh, anything to help out with Longbeard, eh? See here, I was trying to go the Scott dwarf stereotype, but you're trying to turn him into something else.
How much is it worth again? 50?
It's worth 50 a piece. You got 3 tankards.
A bottle that can hold 3 tankards at least.
Well, no. I was the instructions were each time she reaches in, she gets 1. So
okay,
if they only want 2, they only buy 2, and I don't waste a spell slot for the wisp.
I'd hardball him and say something. Oh well, for one of these smooth cheeked sons of bitches, I would probably charge him about 80 pieces of gold. But for you, my friend, you can get it for the low price of 42 gold pieces.
I love it.
Fucking Canadian, Mexican, Scottish dwarves. Yes.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. See if he even has that much money. That's not the right area.
Of course he's got that much.
That's racist.
I mean, we also have a few weeks here. We could give it to him third, and then just get him addicted and absolutely useless at work.
He scratches his long fiery red beard, and he's like, sold, neighbor. He pulls into his beard and grabs his money pouch, because where else would a dwarf keep his money? And he starts turning out gold coins. Father Donegan, let's see if he has any perception roll to see the particulars of your terrible Cheech and Chong routine of trying to entrap someone.
No, I'm just throwing the create spell in there for
Yeah.
so I can track, because I don't have a way to track the wisp spell points.
I would also
And
note
you-
that I'm not exactly trying to hide this.
Yeah, so you don't want to actually roll a sleight of hand? Like the actually...
I think the
disguises.
bluff is covering trying to fake like sliding hand, but doing a bad
Okay.
job at it.
Well, I'm just asking for double checking.
I mean, I can roll like a perform or something to make it obvious. I mean, I have a shit perform roll. I don't know if that would mean I win or lose, but
Alright, so you just out and out hand that bottle to Barnabas as he hands over the coin to you. Donegan approaches...
and I'll make sure to loudly state as we're doing that. Just remember, there's more where that came from, eh?
I was half expecting you to go Mexican again. Anyway, Father
Consistency will not
Donegan,
be had.
he breaks off his quiet conversation with the innkeeper. He walks over to where this is going on. He sees the label on the bottle. Sons of Mitra. What is this? Is this unsanctioned? What's another word for alcohol? Provisions. You are offering each other this fine day.
It sounds like me that's none of your business, eh, there, hoser?
I need to stop laughing at that. Anyway, Barnabas grumbles and he takes the he takes the alcohol and he stuffs it underneath his arm. He says, "It's been a long morning. I need my hard stuff." Donegan looks on with not contempt but disappointment, like a dad that sees their kid doing something wrong. I know you're one of the hill folk, but you can confess if you have an issue with our Lord and Savior Mitra. Do you not know?
Sorry, wrong one. I'm going to summon my poltergeist that is invisible.
I was going to insult him, but
Okay.
you can do that. I can insult him at the same
well, I
time,
mean-
and that way
Well,
that way it'll look like my insult summoned the poltergeist or something.
as he came over and was confronting them, I'm just kind of going, "All right, you're here. You're invisible. Get to the storeroom, and then start throwing shit around." Moves 20 feet around, can move through walls. So just let me know when it gets there, because then it's going to start causing a commotion.
Okay, so Kren, you want to throw out your fiery Canadian Scottish insult?
You smooth-headed rats don't have nothing on us, on our good dwarven gods, eh? Your garden couldn't drink a pint of swill if it cost him his life.
The rather portly cleric looks down at
So it looks like you could pound back a 1 or 2, eh?
looks down on this new dwarf. I know not who you are, but you are deceiving the flock of Great Mitra with this unsanctified goods. Whatever. Oh, God, these words I probably should have a script for, but improv. Yes. I know not what you seek to get out of selling these improper goods to the good flock of Mitra, and he's interrupted as Crom's poltergeist starts throwing shit around.
Well, so specifically, it's going to throw one
the
barrel
storeroom.
or crate of things in the storeroom using the telekinesis ability to bust it open and with the contents smear on the wall blasphemer, false priest, and then dissipate.
I think he's only up for like what, 4 rounds?
5 rounds. So
5 rounds, okay.
how many rounds would it take to get
it
there?
It took about 2 rounds to get down below.
Okay, so then
grabbing things.
One round to throw and 2 rounds. So however much writing he can get out in the following 2 rounds.
Okay. This is when the innkeeper shouts, "Gads, what is going on in the basement?" "Father, you said you wanted to take care of this problem discreetly, didn't you?" Donegan sighs and he turns away from the dwarven encounter and then follows.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to use a second poltergeist to finish the writing.
I
have to mark 2 of these. All right, so I need to mark 2 souls used.
All right, so Father Donegan gets down into the basement. Nobody can really see what's going on, but there are some holy words being shouted from the basement. Barnabas turns to Corinne and he says, "Thank you kindly, lad." And then he walks out of the inn with his goods, which should be disappearing shortly.
And I guess now I will take the opportunity to make myself scarce, and if I have time, sully myself appropriately, and then re-enter the inn and be like, "What's going on here? By Mitra, all the Mitra, these holy, unholy people, these stunty dwarf little shits," and so on and so forth.
Listener, the innkeeper was speaking of a ghost of some sort, and then there was a large commotion coming from the basement. The priest went down. Perhaps we should see what's going on down there in order to help him.
Yes, I'm sure one of these little furred rodents is behind it. But nothing that the light of Mitra cannot solve. There's no darkness it cannot penetrate. For lo, though the wicked may plot, righteousness will prevail. And I will proceed to find said poltergeist and father in an extremely obnoxious and holy manner.
Alright, so this deception of leaving shortly after Barnabas left the inn, finding a puddle to filthy yourself with, then walking back into a huff can take all of a minute, and by which time Donegan seems to have finished dealing with the poltergeist. He is walking slowly up from the basement with
I make sure to
the
also
den
just to
keeper.
have my Mitron, my holy symbol of Mitra, very proudly displayed, since I still have one.
You're talking ill about the dwarves, and let's say another minute passes because Donegan doesn't seem to be paying Abner as much mind right now because he's more concerned about the possibility of having to come back every day to deal with a new haunting that wasn't here prior, and investigate this stuff. And that's when, of course, Barnabas comes back in. Hey, where is he? Where is that fucking shit? He is red-faced. His arms are open as he bursts back into the inn. I want me money back. Where's that dwarf that swindled me?
I think I'm on my way down to the basement, so I shouldn't see any of this.
Lo, those who lust after gold will always find iniquity. Besides, you all look the same to me.
Who is this? Who's this fucking what is the word you freaking used before?
Oofta?
Smooth cheek.
It's
Yeah.
fucking smooth face, yeah. Who's this fucking bald face?
I am
There
one
we
who
go.
rightfully fears the Lord, unlike you pathetic heathen dirtmongers, who wallow in your iniquity and your sin.
Donegan from the side appears to sigh and he steps in. Now, aren't we all here children of Mitra, serving beneath his merciful light?
I dare say, Father, it is awful difficult to serve under the light when you live in a hole in the ground.
Ouch. Ouch.
Barnabas, of course, is pissed. He's like, "You what? you get it down here on my level, you shit, and I'll introduce my fist to your face and see if you can see any lights after that." And of course, the father comes in, tutting and saying in soft words, now, don't let this get out of hand. I shall investigate the matter of this dwarf. What happened with your unsanctified foul beverage? Of course, minding the word, not minding his words so much as the dismissal of Abner insulting the Barnabas. He says, "It disappeared in me arms while I was running. I was halfway across the bridge when the thing poofed beneath me. Where it affected the dwarf go."
What were you running from, eh? A stunty running in broad daylight? Sounds like a thief to me.
To watch your mouth, yeah. God, I need to find more convenient swear words for humans.
Yumgi.
Youngie. This is a Warhammer.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it
wanna
sounds
be-
like an insult.
Yeah. God, I really
I can't think of a
Mayfly,
better.
but
Here,
that's
let's
not culturally relevant.
let's
but-
shake Google, see if we can find dwarven insults for humans.
Oh, yeah, we got smooth-skinned, bald-faced.
Oh, here's a dwarf insult generator. Because the internet has everything.
Oh God, love this great stuff.
Here's one. You hideous rat-eating halfling's armpit.
All right, I got one. Stand still and get your butt kicked up around your ears. You rockbane, toad-licking spit weasel. Jesus Christ, all these ones. Anyway, he is very liable to start punching at any moment. When, of course, Donegan steps in between the two of you once more. He says, Now, brother of Mitra, this is not the time to be incisive about your prejudices. In fact, I believe you might use a confessional period. Do you not say so yourself?
Indeed, Father, I was just on my way to perform my morning mortifaction when I was accosted by some ruddy peddler of filth who shoved me into the ditch. But low though I am as a worm among Mitra, I stand far above these pathetic pagans.
It is not in the nature of Mitra's mercy to scorn others for their heritage. It is the heart and soul that Mitra truly values most. I request thee to partake upon your morning prayers and consult with the local deacon so that you may purge yourself of these horrid thoughts that lead down an evil path.
What would I roll if I wanted to basically try to convince him with scripture about beware the heretic, the heathen, the unclean in our midst? For they do sow discord. Would that be diplomacy or knowledge religion?
That'd be quite the diplomacy roll to twist it to that being a chapter referring to dwarven heritage in this specific example.
I mean, I could, depending on how close Mitra is, I could find several that say, don't. I guess you say you don't associate with the Gentile, the uncircumcised, if you will, or in this case, the unshaven.
Oh, and for some side news, since we're missing a person into the session, gonna have to. I see a good reason to cut it short. Let's say next 15 minutes or so, since that's near the 2.5 hour mark.
Yes.
That's fine.
It's not that we're running out of content. It's mostly that it's all role play content in it. And I think
we can wait for Wes to get
this.
back, and so he could participate in the fight, because I'm sure he would hate to miss a barroom brawl.
So is
or we could cut to Ragnar and Drago to see if they need to go hit some more trees.
Yeah,
true.
And speaking of Crom, you said you were trying to get into the basement?
I want to get near enough to where I know that the priest is left, and
the priest is left, but the barkeep is still standing in the doorway.
Well, I want to get near enough to where the barkeep will be the next person in there, and then how many souls am I going to have to use for my poltergeist to, with the same refuse that was in there, calling the priest, a heretic, to basically write on the walls something along the lines of, a false
Dwarf
priest
rule.
will not banish me, or something
Okay, so
like that.
you've,
Basically, I want the tavern keeper to think that the current local priest is just fucking evil, and that's
You want
why
a nice
there's
little
a
Amityville
poltergeist
horror.
here. Yes. Amityville horror, but the priest is,
You've
unclean.
already spent 2 souls on summoning poltergeists, and
Yes.
though it doesn't say it in the body, you will have to do some gesture to conjure this up. So I don't recommend you do it while you're trying to stay close to.
No, I just want to get close enough to where it's like 20 feet away so that they can get there in one round, because
Poltergeists are incorporeal. They can go through the floor.
Yeah. I just want, instead of taking 2 rounds to get there like the first 2 did, I want to, shorten that by 1 round. So if it's 10 feet closer, 20 feet closer, just trying to make it more economical, essentially, for soul usage. But I mean, if it's going to be a sleight of hand or a spellcraft type check because somebody might see me, I'll just burn more souls to do it in a more discreet location.
Yes, with this impending bar fight, the more discreet location would be in the corner, and not near where Donegan came from, which would be near the entrance of the basement.
Yeah, so just as discreet as I can get.
Okay, so the 10 dwarves that came along with Barnabas are filtering down into the lobby. They're not wondering why this random Mitron and Barnabas are throwing around words, but they're of course dwarves, and he is their leader, so they're gonna stay
Yeah, like a
side. They're
pack.
shouting, yeah.
You bearded runts always have to fight 10 on 1.
All right, and as I don't have I don't have an unarmed strike statted for this guy, so let me just do it like this. Well, he tries to punch Abner. Were you wearing armor, Abner?
At the moment, I am not.
Then what would your AC be without equipment?
I believe it's 12.
Sorry, wait. You're flat-footed because you haven't combat acted yet either. So without Dex bonus, are you still 12?
No, that'd be 10.
Okay. So he at least did. That's 6 non-lethal damage to you, as he punched you in the gut. And with that punch thrown, Ragnar and Drago enter into the Lord Stallion's Inn as the fight breaks out, and shall we cut it here as a nice little cliffhanger
I like the cliffhanger.
for Wes
This is
to
where
come in and
This is where Drago says, "Oh, you're fighting without me." And there's some Arnoldism.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
time
just
to chill.
wondering. Yeah, I'm just wondering how many extra souls did I spend to write, accusations against the priest on the wall in the basement.
depends how many lines you wanted.
What was it? False priest. So it's something to the effect of false priests cannot banish me.
I'm gonna say 3 souls.
All right, that's up to 5, and since we hit 4th level, I now have 1 more, so I have 4 left.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us on this odd episode of Cabal's unofficial Way of the Wicked campaign. Yes, Wes
Take
had
care,
to-
everyone. I have to go find out what my dogs are into at the moment.
All right.
All right.
Have a good evening.
Wes disappeared in an emergency, and likely within the first 5 minutes of next week's session, he's going to end the fight with the single use of a bardic performance, because as bards do. And yeah, that's pretty much the session.
Well, I mean, I got the recipe for gunpowder. I know where a substantial stock of arsenic is, so we're helping slowly.
Mm.
And that might not be a squeaky toy our audience is hearing, because I had to change chairs almost immediately after starting school, and it's an old chair, it's a squeaky chair, and I still have to get I haven't had the time to do the warranty stuff for the chair that I have to fix, so
No, I mean,
hopefully I
it
can get this done.
It really sounded like a squeaky toy.
The thing is, this chair's nice and durable. But just every time you lean back, it squeaks. Because, metal. If you say so, Bright. Alright. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And my god, we actually had an audience here in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yes,
nice.
Thank you all for joining us. We are here on the Cabal every 4 p.m. EST. We don't observe daylight saving times whatsoever. If you want to watch us live, the best place to do that would be, once more, on discord.oozloo.net. That's discord.oozloo.net. And there's a bunch of other fun things here, not just me, though I doubt anyone ever is going to be actually finding Oozloo through me, so. Alright.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, they'll find Oozloo in you. That's what they'll do.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Enough with the gay jokes.
Okay, Brokeback Mountain Barbarian Fighter.
No, I think it's Brokeback Rogue with a with a backpack called a Barbarian.
Brokeback Barbarian. That's right. Okay, ending the stream finally. We will be here next week. Hopefully, everyone will be fine and there will be no problems from any of the players here. All right.
Well, we're only 2 days in, and we have a total of 14